Hey everyone! Okay, so this is going to be another combined week video. I know that I said I was going to try not to do that if I didn't have a lot to say in a week. That's not the reason why I'm combining these 2 weeks. I just really wasn't feeling good last week, so I didn't feel like doing a video. So that's why this one is being combined, and I'll get to why I wasn't feeling very well. And why I'm still sort of not feeling very well when I get to a little bit far into this update. But I just wanted to apologize for that because I kind of was a little bit MIA for a while and took a little bit longer to reply to some comments and to some personal messages and things like that. So my sincere apologies for that. But yeah. Anyways, welcome to week 15 and 16. I got my notes here because I don't want to not have notes, because it can be all over the place when I don't have notes. Anyways. Alright, so baby size. So for week 15, the baby was the size of an orange, and by the end of that week, going into week 16, it was the size of an avocado. So right now, it's the size of an avocado. At 16 weeks. I'm exactly 16 weeks today. And by the end of this week, it's going to be the size of an onion. So I'm not really a huge fan of avocados or onions as food, but as my baby size, I just love, love, love that, because it just seems like the baby is getting so big. And I have those updates from, I think it's Baby Center, and they send you like the little picture of like the woman, and then it's like magnified in, and then it shows you what your baby looks like. And it's just amazing how big the baby's getting. You know, I still know that it has a long way to go. Like right now, I think it's at 16 weeks, I want to say it's 4.5 inches long and about 3.5 ounces. I mean, really, when you think about it, that's not very big, but it is. To think that that is inside me right now, moving around and you know, kicking me and things like that. And I'll get into movement and what I'm feeling or not feeling later. But regardless of what I'm feeling, the baby is moving, and it's just amazing that all of this is going on inside me right now. Like I am like holding another life inside me. It's just it's so precious, I guess is, yeah, precious. That's a good word. Anyway, moving on. My symptoms. So the main symptom that I'm having now, that's actually become a bit of a nuisance. I have mentioned it in previous videos, and it was bad in previous weeks, but it seems to just be getting worse as time goes on, are my headaches. I've compared them to Clomid headaches, for any of you that have taken Clomid. It kind of just feels like that, only worse. I wake up with a headache in the morning, and I go to bed with a headache at night. When I wake up in the morning, I have a headache, and I'll go to work, and by right after lunch, my headache is so bad that, you know, I'm getting a cold compress for my face, and I'm just, you know, trying not to take any Tylenol because I really just don't want to. I'm really trying to be tough about it, but I just can't not take anything anymore because they've gotten so bad. So I have been taking Tylenol daily to manage my headaches, which I really hate that I'm doing that, but again, Tylenol is safe to take during pregnancy, and so long as I'm going by the recommended dosage on the bottle, then everything is fine. And I'm actually doing less than the recommended dosage, but yeah, I think you all know what I mean when you say you don't want to take anything if you don't have to. But the headaches are really bad. I don't wear my contacts anymore because the pain seems to be behind my eyes. And not that I find that wearing my glasses actually makes the headaches less or anything like that, but it just, I don't know, I don't want to be fussing with my eyes when I have a headache. So I've stopped wearing my contacts. I probably haven't worn them in a couple of weeks now. Just, yeah. So that is a really unfortunate side effect, and or symptom that I'm having right now. And I did have a doctor's appointment, and I mentioned it at my doctor's appointment, but I'll get into everything that was mentioned at the doctor's appointment just in a minute here, and our plan of attack for my headaches. So other symptoms that I'm having are the ligament pain is getting worse, I would say. When I cough or sneeze, yeah, it pretty much just hurts. Just along the side of, I guess, kind of like where my groin is, or like just a bit higher, kind of where I perceive my ovaries to be anyways. Yeah, it kind of just hurts. That's just one of the things I think that I'll have to deal with. I haven't had to take any pain medication or anything like that for it. It's just kind of a discomfort. But yeah, it's not really that fun. And one that, a new symptom that has cropped up probably, I want to say like the middle of week 15, is I have increased appetite. And I think that's just an understatement. Like, really, I feel like a truck driver. Like, I just can put away the food. So much food. Like, I have to stop myself and realize that if I continue to eat this, although I want to, I will probably feel sick afterwards. But I could just stuff my face all day long and it just won't ever satisfy me. I don't know. I wouldn't really say that that's a bad thing that I have an increased appetite, because I had no appetite at all in the first trimester. Like, I just hated food, as I've made clear in these videos, but I don't want to overdo my increased appetite and how much I'm eating, because I really don't want like weight gain to get out of control. I mean, I'm not trying to not gain weight. And I hate when I say stuff like that, because some people are a little bit sensitive. Not that I've gotten any comments, but I know people can be sensitive when you say that you're watching your weight when you're pregnant. It's not really that I'm watching my weight. I'm just trying to not overindulge if I don't need to, is what I mean. But yeah, I can put away the food. Well, aversions to food are the same, pretty much cinnamon raisin bread, and peanut butter, but it's just less. Even my cinnamon raisin bread aversion is a lot less than it was. I can tolerate it, although I still don't really like it, but I can tolerate it now. It doesn't make me super nauseous when I smell it. A new one that is kind of cropped up is like at Sobeys, or like just the grocery store that we have here. You can get like those barbecued chickens that are just ready. And the other thing that they have are these hams that are already cooked, and they've got a maple glaze on them. And I'm not a huge fan of them in general, even before pregnancy, but my parents get them sometimes, and the smell of the maple ham I really don't like. I'm not sure if I would say it's an aversion per se, because like I can tolerate it, but probably if, I don't know, I just kind of compare, like if this had have happened in the first trimester, it would have been as bad as the cinnamon raisin bread. But since I'm in the second trimester, it's not as bad. Does that make sense? I don't like it, and I don't eat it, but I can be in the same room with it. So that's a new one. Cravings, all the same cravings. I still like Kraft dinner. I think I like pasta more than anything else. I'm trying to be good with it and not having it every single day like I would like to. But yeah, I still like my Kraft dinner. A new craving that has just popped up is, now before I tell you what it is, I just would like to say that for the first 3 months that I was pregnant, I didn't have any Pepsi or caffeinated beverage whatsoever. I just really thought, like, I don't need it, and I'm not craving it, so why have it? Sorry, I got something in my eye here. So yeah, I just didn't have any at all, and before I got pregnant, I'm a huge Pepsi lover. I love my Pepsi, especially in a can. I don't know why, it just tastes better. In any event, but I haven't had it in a long time. And just this past weekend, we went to the city to do some shopping, and we had dinner on the way home, and I just thought I would, just for, for fun, I would get fountain Pepsi for my beverage. And oh my goodness, you get them in those big glasses, and there's lots of ice in it, but it's a big glass. Usually when we'd go out to eat, I would drink maybe like that much, and there's always leftover, and my husband would usually finish it off for me or whatever. I drank the entire thing and wanted more. It was so good. So I'm gonna say that fountain Pepsi is an official craving. I think about it, and I'm thinking about it right now. I want to go to KFC, because I think that's the only place that has fountain Pepsi around here, and just get a large fountain Pepsi. It's so good. It's making me salivate right now. So yeah, I love fountain Pepsi. I had fountain Coke just today, just to see if that was okay. And fountain Coke is okay, and it kind of, sort of, hits the spot, but not like fountain Pepsi does. It's really the fountain Pepsi. Yum. So good. Have any of you ever had that? Do you guys like fountain pop? I've heard that it's a common thing, but I just, yep. I'm gonna have to try to take it easy with it, but no, I do love it. Okay. Movement. Okay, so, am I feeling the baby? Am I not feeling the baby? Probably the end of week 14, I started feeling little flutters, or what, I wouldn't even call it flutter, because it was so faint that it wasn't even an official flutter. But I started feeling something that could definitely have been gas. It could have been anything else going on, but it was very localized to where I hear the baby's heartbeat when I put the Doppler on my stomach. So I think that it was probably the baby that I felt around the end of week 14. And I've been feeling that sort of same feeling, since then. But actually today, and actually just an hour before making this video, I was just sitting down writing out, my list of things that I want to talk about. And all of a sudden I felt what felt like little flicks, really faint, just right again where I hear the heartbeat when I put the Doppler on my stomach. That's exactly where it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I have felt the baby kick, and that's what I'm feeling, is baby, which is just the most amazing thing ever. And I find now that I'm just gonna be sitting quietly, just willing myself to feel something, because it was so awesome. And Jason was sitting beside me, and I reached over, I'm I just felt the baby. It was so awesome. So hey, okay, sorry about that. That just totally cut off because I ran out of space on my camera. So I'm gonna have to edit this together. Anyways, my apologies for that. We were talking about movement, and yeah, it just kind of felt like two flicks, like someone was going like that from the inside, but even fainter than that. It was super, super faint, but yeah, I'm 99% sure that it was actually the baby, so that's just awesome, and I can't wait to start feeling it more often, and the patterns of when they're asleep and when they're awake, and yeah, and actually being able to see baby kicking from the outside and have Jason feel it. It's just, I'm really trying not to wish where I am right now away, because I want to enjoy every single second, but I can't help but be excited about things that are gonna happen in the future, especially the near future. So yeah, that's really awesome. So I had a doctor's appointment just this past Tuesday. I was 15 weeks and 3 days. And appointment went great. I was weighed, and all that. I wasn't measured or anything yet. I'm not sure when exactly they start measuring, but I wasn't at this past appointment. We did listen for the heartbeat inside the office for the first time, which was nice. Their Doppler is a lot better than mine and a lot louder. Hence the reason why you guys haven't seen any footage of me, like of the heartbeat, because my Doppler is so faint, like you can barely hear it. And I think it's just a glitchy Doppler, but in any event, it was super funny because the doctor was having a hard time finding where the heartbeat was, and I didn't want to like overstep my bounds, but she was just taking a long time, and so I just said, I have a Doppler at home and this is where the baby usually is. And so of course, as soon as she puts the probe over to where I told her to, she heard the heartbeat right away. So that was pretty funny that I had to tell the doctor where to go. But anyways, heartbeat was really strong, about 160, which is exactly what it usually is when I hear it. So that was awesome. Okay, so one of the things that I had mentioned at my doctor's appointment was about my headaches. Like I mentioned before, my headaches are just really, really bad. With the work that I do, I work in an office, reception, administrative assistant, and so fluorescent lights and a lot of work on my computer. And I don't think it's a coincidence that my headaches are less on the weekend. And so she, did some tests on my eyes and stuff, and I told her that, I've been taking Tylenol every day and told her how bad it was, and she thinks that what's happening is, since I'm waking up with a headache, is that I'm not getting enough recuperation time for my headaches to go away completely. So what she recommended was for me to take a week off of work, which when I first went in for my appointment, I declined because I really didn't want to take a week off of work if I didn't have to. I kind of want to save my days for later, when I think I'll probably need them more. But then I woke up the next day and my head was just pounding, like so bad. So I did decide, and she said that if I changed my mind that I'd absolutely be able to get a note from her anytime that I needed it. So the next day I went and I told my boss that my doctor wanted me off work, and we got somebody to cover me for the week. And so so that person came in on Thursday, and I went over everything with that person so they knew how to cover me for the week. And then Friday, yesterday, was my first day off of work. And I will go back next Friday. So yeah. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to try to make my headache go away completely, so that when I go back to work, these days that I'm taking off weren't wasted, because I'm using all of my sick time that I have available to me to take this time off. So yeah, any home remedies or anything like that you guys know of to help with headaches, that would be lovely. And that's where the other thing comes in, and why I've been MIA from YouTube and from Facebook, like I have been for the past couple of weeks. When I get home, I can't go on YouTube and it's really hard for me to access Facebook at work. And then when I get home at the end of the day, the last thing I want to be is on my computer, because the computer is what's contributing to my headaches a lot. So that's why I haven't really been as involved with you guys as I try to be usually. Yeah, just because I'm trying to avoid my computer if I can. And I'm not gonna be completely away from my computer during this week that I'm off, but I'm not gonna be on it 24/7. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm gonna try to avoid, is my computer. I still have my phone and I can still access my phone, but I find it really hard to reply to comments on YouTube on my phone. Actually, I don't reply to comments on my phone. I don't know how. If anybody knows how to do that, reply to an individual comment on your iPhone, please tell me, because I don't know. Because that would make it a lot more convenient. Anyways, so yeah, I really appreciate you guys being patient with me, especially over the next couple of weeks, and just to allow myself to sort of feel better, But yeah, that's the reason why I've been MIA. But hopefully this week will help and I can get rid of the headache completely. And then my doctor said that this is usually like a second trimester thing. So I'm hoping that this week I can completely recover, and then, you know, by that time I'll be almost 17 weeks, and yeah, I'm hoping that that will just sort of give me the little extra boost that I need to get through the second trimester and all these headaches. But it's just really not been fun at all. Sometimes I just have to like go into a dark room with no TV, no light, and just lie there, you know, and veg just because I can't do anything else because it's so painful. So I'm not sure which is worse, really. Having like nausea and no appetite, and morning sickness, or these headaches. I'm thinking that these headaches are worse because at least I can manage my morning sickness with, you know, eating crackers and not allowing myself to be hungry. But I can't really do anything about these headaches because I take Tylenol, and while it helps, it kind of diminishes it a little bit. It doesn't take it away completely. So yeah, any ideas or home remedies, like I said, would be greatly appreciated. You can leave that below, or you can send me a private message, whatever is better for you. But yeah, I'd love that. On a more positive note than my crippling headaches, I finally went into maternity clothes. I've been avoiding maternity clothes up until now because while I have a belly, it's still a small belly, and I really didn't want maternity clothes to... I thought that they would make my stomach look smaller, and I really want to accentuate my belly, so I'm wearing like tight shirts and stuff because I want people to see my belly. But yeah, I thought the maternity clothes would hide it. But my work pants, like my jeans are fine because they go underneath the belly. I have low rise, whatever. But my work pants, they come up to like right across like the main part of my belly. And yeah, so they've been digging in a little bit. But as soon as I went to the maternity dress pants, oh my goodness, they are the most comfortable thing in the world. And they actually accentuate my belly, make me look bigger. So I wish I had went to them earlier because they are so awesome. Like, I will never want to wear regular jeans or regular pants again. So yeah, I got 2 pairs of dress pants for work for the week that I'll just alternate. I don't think I really need more than that. I might get... Dusty! Go! A dog is trying to attack my cat. Sorry. The cat's freaking out over something, I have no idea what, and the dog's like kind of freaking out because of what's the cat doing? Anyway. So I got, yeah, 2 pairs of dress pants for work and 1 pair of jeans and a fair few tops. Like, probably like 10 tops. I got a lot. I'm going to look like way better in pregnancy than I ever will in my non-pregnancy body. Anyways, in my non-pregnancy clothes. This is one of the tops that I got that's maternity. Just so comfortable. The clothes, it just feels like you're wearing your pajamas, like, but you're not, and you look cute. So, loving maternity clothes right now. On that note, my weight, although I am getting bigger, my belly is getting bigger. My weight, when I weighed in on week 15, I was 121.6. And then this week, today, when I weighed in, because I'm exactly 16 weeks today, I was 121.2. I have no idea how that happened because I literally like stuffed my face all week with food. I'm just going to attribute it to my metabolism being really fast right now. I'm not really concerned that I've lost weight because it's really like a half a pound. If I was losing pounds, I would be concerned. But right now, I think that that's completely fine. But yeah, I did go down when I figured I would have gone up because my belly, it's such a funny thing because my belly is bigger, but my weight isn't really getting any more, so I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. But yeah, that is it for week 15 and 16. this video is going to be a little bit longer, but you know, that's okay. I hope you guys don't mind. So let's just take a walk and we will go and check out the belly. This is the cat that was just freaking out. Oh, Puka. She looks so innocent right now, but she was literally just freaking out for goodness knows what reason. Anyway. Okay. So, oh, that's horrible. There we go. So this is one of my new maternity tops. I just think it's super cute. I love how bright it is. I kind of like to wear color. But yeah, but it's super stretchy and I'll be able to wear this. I tried on in the maternity store. I've tried on that bump that like shows you what you'll be like when you're bigger, and all of the shirts fit fine with that thing on. So yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely getting bigger. It's hard right at the bottom, but I'm still kind of squishy up here. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, so I definitely feel bigger. Like, sometimes I'll look at myself and I'll think, yeah, that's not very big, but I feel like I feel enormous, and I know that this is only the beginning, but yeah, so that's the belly. I'm going to try not to narrate front and then side like I always do, but because it's self-explanatory. But yeah, that's that. What do you guys think? I mean, I know it's been 2 weeks, and so you guys are probably going to be like, oh yeah, you definitely see a difference, but do you think that I'm on par with where I should be at 16 weeks, 4 months? Or do I look small for how far along I am, big for how far along I am? You won't hurt my feelings by saying either one of those things, so let me know what you think. But yeah, and let me know what you think of this top. Is it cute? What do you think? Also, I'm probably going to try to take some pictures of all of my maternity outfits, and I'll probably put those up on Facebook. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Amy, last name Turtleames. And you can see those pictures there. I'm not sure when I'll get them up, but I do want to take some pictures of me in my maternity clothes for everyone to see. Yeah, that's it for now. Again, really, really very happy or thankful with all of you being so supportive, and, your comments of how are you doing, miss you. It's been a while. I really appreciate it. And again, my apologies for how MIA I've been, but it's just these headaches are really just doing me in, and I'm finding it hard to be on my computer, but we'll see how much I can be on this next week. So either you're going to see me again for 17 weeks, if not, you will absolutely see me for 18 weeks, because I won't go any longer than 2 weeks without an update. But I'll see what I can do for a 17-week update. Alright, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Bye!